All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh. Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachak, Wadash. Double honors to the men of great millstone, apostles on down, that teach and rule well. Shalom to the hopeful elect, pushing this truth throughout the four corners of the earth. This is your brother Yaquanah coming at you with a lesson on swine's flesh. And Lord willing, it be edifying. And let's get right to it. Abominable swine flesh. Why is it abominable? Swine, the pig, is a scavenger. It's made to clean the earth. And we're going to get scriptures, because it's abominable enough. The scriptures are enough to let you know that you shouldn't deal with it. The Lord's word, the word of the Lord is enough. It should be enough. Because why? Because the Lord, Yahweh, and his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, are the powers of the Israelites. The Israelites being the Negroes, Latinos, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Native Americans, and the scattered seed that's amongst all nations of the world. And that seed was scattered throughout all nations. So some of us aren't going to look, have dark skin, curly, woolly hair. Some of us are going to look like the other nations, being, the so-called Chinese or the so-called Africans, so-called Edomites, which are not the so-called Edomites, but the so-called white people, which are the Edomites of the Bible, which are the wicked of the Bible, the wicked seed, the son of perdition, the ones that are in rulership right now. So back to the pork and the swine and the pepperoni and the sausage, the chitlins and the hog mogs and the crackling and the pig's feet. All that. Pig's tongue, hog heads, cheese. It's crazy. It's just crazy what and I'm just speaking of us because the heathen don't count. They don't count. But what we've grown accustomed to eat. You ask our people about it, and nowadays it's kind of a sensitive subject. But they really raise up. A lot of our people will raise up on you and say, I'm not going to stop eating. I'm not going to stop eating pig. Oh no. I'm not going to stop eating pork. As if you're telling them something that's going to, if you take it away, you're taking away their livelihood or taking away their life, but you're actually trying to give them life in a sense. If they receive it, they'll extend their life and not just only in a physical sense, but in a spiritual sense, or not only just in a spiritual sense, but in a physical sense, because the spirit comes first. Without the spirit, this flesh would not move. It wouldn't have any purpose. It wouldn't have any life in it. So the spirit comes first, and the spirit is it's everlasting. The pig is a scavenger, and it's full of parasites. Tapeworms, all kinds of bacteria, Uh, and this filthy animal is made to clean up the earth. What does it clean? Everything. If you know pigs, if you've been around pigs, or if you've just done any kind of small research on pigs, you'll see that they will eat anything, including feces, including each other. It doesn't really matter what you put in front of a pig, it'll eat it, or try to. And so, what's the old saying? You are what you eat. Well, the pig eats. It's not a selective creature as far as what it eats. So it eats anything and everything. So it's basically a pile of trash. It's a vessel created by the Most High Yahweh to dispose of trash, and that's what third world countries use the pig for. If you look back a few hundred years ago, maybe not even a few hundred years, maybe 180 years ago, out in the streets of the cities, of major cities, there were pigs roaming the streets, cleaning the cities up, eating all kinds of, just searching around looking for trash. You know how birds walk around, they try to find little grubs and seeds to pick up. They're not picking up everything. They're not eating feces and rotten food. They're trying to find, they're selective about their thing. But a pig will eat anything. And so they're basically walking garbage trucks. And so if you consume the pig, you're consuming, in essence, you're consuming a filter. That's how bad the Lord is. He can create a thing in the earth to purify the earth. And people don't understand that. It's like they don't. Well, most of our people just don't want to stop eating pork. They're just in love with it. They're addicted, man. This place, Babylon, which is America, creates addicts. You're addicted to something, TV, and it's usually it's filthy. It doesn't have to be a drug. It doesn't have to be alcohol or sugar, or this place creates an addiction. Because why? Because it's always asking you, it's always saying, just be happy. Life is all about being happy. And what does happy mean? Making you feel good, sensuous. The Apostle Gabar went into this thing of sensuality, of just, it feels good, it tastes good. And you can snowball that feeling, that emotion of sensuality, and which really kind of goes into a lust of something. If you look at if you go to these hospitals and you see these sick people in these hospital beds, you see that they're selective about what they eat. A lot of them eat sweet things, sweet, fatty things. So it's always meat. It's always Kool-Aid or a sugar drink, a soda. It's always cakes, pies, and you look on their plates and all the vegetables are still there, all the salads are still there, and then you look down at their feet and they missing toes. This world. This world got the nerve to talk about COVID-19, but diabetes is taking people out left and right, and the complications of diabetes. That's how backwards this place is, and that's how this place has no intention of trying to keep you well. First of all, it goes off on what the definition of medicine is, which is, according to the scriptures, it's the Lord gave us the herbs. He gave us the herbs for our medicine. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, chapter 38 and verse 4. The Lord Yahweh hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. And so right. You know, what they do is they take the herb, they synthesize it all the way down to its supposed cure, meaning they boil it down to its supposed cure, and they sell it to you. Cialis. Oh, it cures this and it's just a quick fix, man. It makes you feel good for a sec. Then you basically get hooked on it, if not physically, but emotionally. You think that if I get off of this, I'm gonna be hurting. I'm gonna die. You fear the pain. So they hook you. They hook you to these drugs. They hook you to just the worldly. This whole place, man. It's just one big ass drug, man. And so you got to be extremely circumspect of what you even let into your vessel. I'm talking about through all the senses. Eyes, ears, taste, feel, touch, smell, all of that. You got to be very circumspect of what you allow into your body in this place, or else it'll taint you. And if you don't care about that, then that's a sin also. You're supposed to take care of this vessel. This is 1 Corinthians 6 and 19. What? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit, which is in you, which ye have of the Most High, and ye are not of your own? I know a guy who got a vasectomy. Lord didn't say you can do that. Lord didn't say go snip your nuts. That does something to you. That's witchcraft, man. That does something to you on a spiritual level, man. I've seen guys with vasectomies, and they're different. They're weird, man. Something is off about them. Something is off about them, man. And they're usually talking about addiction. They're usually addicted to like some kind of work or something. I don't know. They're like workaholics, or they. That's just been my observation. I could be off about that, but that's just my own observation, what I've seen. But yeah, back to the swine. So these things eat anything. They'll eat humans. And they're used in third world countries as waste management. And their digestion is quick, so it doesn't take time to digest a lot of these things that they eat. These the quote food that the pig eats, it doesn't take time to digest it. So most of that stuff just kind of, it either gets shot out or it sticks into their bodies, into the fat. It's absorbed into their fat, into the fat, the meat, all of it. And guess what? They shoot it out, and guess what? Pigs eat their own shit. So they're going to shoot it out and then eat it again. And then you're going to eat that thing if, our people. Jake's going to eat that thing. It's sick, man.